Hi everyone, Lovely Ruth here with another video. Today is 10/20, which is Thursday, which is a day before my birthday. So, yay! I look a mess, but I had just came from the store. Had to get out and get me some snacks for tonight and tomorrow. My favorite is Cheetos, which I don't need. Trust me, I'll eat two or three of these. I'm not gonna say two or three, but I'll eat a handful of these and then fold them up and just, every time I feel that hungriness come on, I'll just do a few of these, and it really kills your appetite. It really like do the trick, so you won't be feeling hungry all day and stuff. But it's the salt. Oh my God! Last time I bought a bag, the salt was horrific, and I did not want to get any more. So it was a tussle in the store whether or not I should get them anyway. Let me turn this light on, guys. Whether or not I should get them anyways because for the simple reason they $5.99. They're like no, they're $4.99, $5. I remember when a bag of Cheetos, especially is this size bag. I think it say 8.5 ounce. This size bag, and they shrink the bag a little bit. Shrink the bag a little bit. This size bag was the highest it was $2.99, $1.99 back in the day. Not so long back in the day, and now they're like $5. Cheetos, all kinds of chips, all the Lay's, all of them went up so high. So if you find them on sale, if you like potato chips, you better catch a sale because they're expensive. All the groceries and stuff went up. Um, Food went up so high. It's amazing how much groceries are today. You get 7 or 8 items and you're spending like $40, $45 for that. Um, 7 items, it's an increase due to the economy and it's a lot going on. So, oh my God. My intentions was to spend just $40 today because I really didn't want nothing extravagant. I didn't want to cook this weekend because it's my birthday. I just want to relax and treat myself or snack up or whatever. And I told my daughter maybe we just get a pizza or something because I really don't want to cook tomorrow, nor do I want to cook Saturday. But I know one of those days I'm gonna have to, so I had to make plans for that. So that's why I went to the store just to stack up on my snacks. I like lemonade, so I got some lemonade. Stuff to make egg rolls. I love egg rolls. I even picked up a box. I love egg rolls. And I should be making them myself because I do know how to make them. And it's just so hard at the grocery stores around here. It's hard to find the egg roll wrappers. And I don't want to jump through hoops to make one specific thing. So I'll find them. When I find them, I'll make them. Otherwise, I just eat the ones that's already made and call it a day. I have my Starbucks, which I don't do Starbucks. I mean, I do it, but it's a treat. If I do it, it's a treat. My daughter had bought me one, so I don't like I don't like the hype. Starbucks is really, really good. It's really, really good. But I don't like the hype. It's just that everybody lives. I mean, it's something you can get addicted to, I heard. I know for a fact you can because the coffee is so, you know, it's attractive. Like you have a cup of coffee there, then you want it again and again. Even in the tea, I don't know what's in it, but I know it makes you want to keep going back. And I don't like to get hooked on anything, really I don't. But this is delicious. This is a caramel triple something caramel frappuccino. So it's pretty good. It's pretty good. hmm It's pretty good. I've had an interesting morning. I had got up this morning with the intention. I got to open these chips because I did not eat breakfast. I had what the hell? What did I eat this morning? Hey, that sometimes I forget to eat breakfast. I really do. I had ate I know I had some. I didn't make coffee this morning. Uh-uh. I didn't have tea this morning. I think I had. I don't know what I had. I don't think I ate. Drank some water. Even if I did that, um, I don't know. I don't have any snacks or anything that I could have snacked on. I know I didn't cook anything, so I don't think I ate breakfast. I might have made some. I don't know. I don't remember. I don't think I ate anything. So I'm kind of hungry. hmm I'm kind of hungry, and then on top of it, I did not start the day off doing what I said I was going to do before I went to bed. I was folding t-shirts. Man, do I have a bunch of clothes, and I thank God for it. I have so many t-shirts. I started yesterday at maybe 2, maybe 2:30, folding, pulling clothes out of my drawers and kind of like organizing my, trying to coordinate and organize my clothing in the drawers because the closets are, you can't do anything else with it. And I don't have clothes piled up in there. It's just that I don't have my clothes. My winter clothes are not out. My summer clothes, spring clothes are still in there. Thus, this shirt that I have here, this tank top, and it has some red uh, tights to go with this, and I had my black sweater on today. But I had started yesterday at 2:30, getting pulling my t-shirts out. I took each drawer and went through them. I separated my exercise outfits. Like I have the tops in one drawer, and then I have the bottoms in the other drawer. And then I separated the lingerie. I used to have lingerie, but I'm not as into excuse me, I'm not as into that lingerie anymore like I used to be. It used to be a like you gotta have some emergency lingerie in your drawer. So I was looking at those gowns and whatever I had in there, and it was like I know I didn't wear this stuff. I wasn't a freak like that, but it wasn't nothing provocative. It was just like gowns, like if you had a boyfriend, that's the kind of stuff you would wear. But it's not, it's like 2 or 3 gowns in there. And I'm like, why am I holding on to this stuff? I'm not married. When I get married, I want some fresh clothes, some fresh lingerie and stuff. So I'm going through all of this stuff, and I'm taking my t-shirts that I don't wear anymore, and I'm making a bag for my daughter because she loved me to give her clothes now. It used to be a time where she didn't like me to, she thought my clothes was, when she was youngster, my clothes was like, oh, that's for old folks or whatever. But now she embraced my clothes. I love that fact that, I'll see her in something that I gave her. And I love that. I like that. She appreciates stuff now more so than she did when she was younger. So yeah, I going through my t-shirts. So I did half of them, put half of them in a drawer. I still got a stack full of t-shirts that I have to fold. And when I say fold, I mean, old school came out of me from when I used to work at the retail store where you get the board and you fold your t-shirts according to the board. Like some people can just wrap up a t-shirt and flip it over and fold it and put it in a drawer. I could do that. That's what I've been doing, but it takes up a lot of room if you roll them up and put them in there, or just like I had laundry. It was laundry day the other day, and so I that inspired me to really actually. I couldn't. It's gotten to the point where I could, when I use something out of my drawer and then I wait till laundry day and I wash everything and go to put it back. There's no room to put it back. So I'm like, what's going on? I know I didn't buy anything. So I went in there. I was looking. I said, oh, I need to take some of these things out that I don't wear. So I started doing that. Still got a pile of t-shirts that I have to fold, and that's gonna take me about an hour or two. I don't know. I'm gonna do it while I'm watching my gun smoke, so it'll be therapeutic for me, like it was yesterday. So I'll do that, and I don't know what I'm gonna eat for dinner. I was thinking something like I've been having a taste for some street tacos. Not really street tacos. It's a certain kind of taco that I want some kind of meat, but I don't know the name of the meat. But I've had it before. And then I had it on a corn tortilla. So I was like, I gotta get me a corn tortilla. I said to store looking for them. I couldn't find them, but I thought, hey, I got some in my refrigerator, so I'll use those. But I want to make me some shrimp corn tacos. I'm gonna put saute the shrimp, put some coleslaw on there, like not coleslaw itself, but the coleslaw that's dry, that's in the package, the lettuce. I put that on there, and then put me some ooh, I'm gonna saute it, and put me some chipotle peppers on top of it, or the chipotle hot sauce on top. Oh my god, that's gonna be so good with an avocado. That's how they serve it at Papasitos. I'm gonna do that tonight. I'm gonna make that tonight. So that's not a big, deal to make that. So I just don't want to cook a big meal like beans, cornbread, and all this other stuff, that 4-course meals this weekend. I just don't want to do that. I think we're gonna order a pizza. And then after that, I'm gonna have to go back to my eating right and exercising. Well, I hadn't even started the exercise, but I do have something in mind at home that I could do at home. So I got to get back on track next week. I'm playing. I play around my birthday. I'll eat. But I'm gonna have to get back on the ball because I don't want to feel sluggish, and I don't want to feel like I'm eating too much junk food and not balancing it out. Your health is important. So check up with her. I hope everybody's having a good day. I hope that you're enjoying this weather, because this weather is it's on the ball. I mean, I love fall weather. I love the weather leading up to my birthday. I love the cool, crisp air. I love the way the sun hits you. It's beautiful. It's like it's soft. It's a soft sun, and I'm learning to appreciate everything. I don't know. I got this notion, this download that you're supposed to appreciate everything, the good and the bad too. It's a balance of life. Life is a balanced thing. It's like a hot and cold thing. Like you just got to balance things out. And so I have been like really, you know, sometimes we forget who created us, and sometimes since we have free choice, we focus on what's not right, or what we don't have, or what we want we don't have. We focus on the don't have stuff instead of focusing on what you do have. I appreciate everything I have, everything on my body, everything in my room, in my house, everything in my car. I appreciate those things, those blessings that I do have. And then I focus on those. And I learned something today too. I'm focusing on, when you start focusing on the wrong things, what you don't want in a man, these men are like this and this and this and this. Well, that's what you get more of. So I'm like, I've been focusing on the good stuff. I mean, I've been focusing on what I have and appreciating what I have more. But I still have that mindset where, you know, the type of man that I want, he probably doesn't exist. God has to get him ready for me. But I have to know that there are some good men, and I can't shun every man that I meet or expect him to be, oh, he gonna be like the last one. You can't think like that. You can't. You got to get from that mindset. You got to start thinking like, hey, men are cool. Black men are cool. White guys are cool too. Mexican guys are cool. I have to get myself out of this box where I'm stereotyping these men for these causes. And even though it may not happen to me, it have happened to me, and I see this mess on TV, and I hear you hear your girlfriends talk, and then you hear people in the office talking about how this man doing this, and then it kind of gives you a mentality that, oh, I don't want one of those. I don't want that. Or, I ain't gonna let no man do me like that. I'm all here with the negativity, and then over here it's like positive, trying to keep some positive, but you got to balance that thing because you have all this negativity, you're going to draw more of that. That's how you're going to see. And that's what's going to be right there, and that's what you're going to be attracting. So, woo, Lord, I'm learning. So I am taking notes. I'm taking, the courses. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. I'm getting to the point where I mean, I know I'm old, but older, and I should have been already gotten to the point where I'm trying to get to, which is mature and grow in learn new things and not be in that mindset where we grew up and all these things that was said that's implanted in us. It's embedded in us to think that way. So you wonder why you feel like you're not moving and you don't have the things that you really desire, you really want them, because we want them, but we also have this mindset that we don't deserve them, so we don't get them. You know what I mean? So yeah, I'm going to start thinking on a whole new level. Mm-hmm. Love Cheetos, love them. Um, I'm going to start thinking on a whole new perspective of things. I am, because life is too short and we're not enjoying it enough because we think this is all we deserve. We think that this is all God has for us. It's not. It's not. Not at all. So I wanted to express that, and that's pretty much all that's going on with me today. I have been hanging out with my daughter today a little bit, and tomorrow they're coming over, so I am going to enjoy this. I'm gonna try to enjoy this weekend. I am going to make the best of it. Turn 58 all the time. So I don't know. I think this is going to be the year coming up for me. Yeah, I think this is going to be the year. 58 is going to be 58 is going to be my 54 and 56. I remember turning 54. I loved it. I loved it. Everybody was like, "You 54?" I loved it. I love the age 56 too. When I was 56, I was looking at myself in some old videos and I was like, "Girl, you had it going on." I mean, you're not, out there popping it and dropping it, but you have it going on. I think you've taken care of yourself very well and matured very well, and you have grown old gracefully. I mean, like, not old, but we never grow old. Our bodies just, we don't grow old. Our bodies just, we're not, we can't take these bodies with us. These bodies have an expiration date on it. So it's going to start aging. It's going to start, your mind is going to start, you know, you know, going a little bit, haywire or whatever. And that's part of life. So if we think we're going to be in this body forever, no, that's not going to happen. So when you look at yourself and you got to love on yourself, you got to say, hey, you know what? I've been here 58 years and this is my life. This is how I look at this is how I see myself, right? And it's not bad. You gotta, like, you think about all the stuff that you lived through and made it through or whatever, and you can still, you're still in your right mind, and you can still get around in that body, and you gotta thank God for that. That's one of the things that we don't often consider, is that we're good. We're good despite our circumstances. We're still good because we woke up this morning. You know what I'm saying? So that's a that's a one in itself. That's a score. And yeah, that's a blessing, and you got to thank God for that. I thank God for it, even though I don't really, acknowledge it, but I do. He knows in my heart that I do appreciate everything, every blessing that come along, every person that come in my life, um things to come, even though I don't know what that those things are. I'm grateful for it because I know God has only good things for me. I'm the one that's attracting the bad things because he's not sitting up there saying, we give you this bad thing, or you're gonna just do this, or you're gonna just, no, I'm just gonna keep you in that spot all the time. No, he's not. He's a loving God. He wants, just like you want what's best for your children. You want everything for your children. That's how God views us. Um, and then the fact that He loved me, it's like I don't. I'm making things hard for myself. Like I want things. I don't really always write them down, journal the best that I can because I write so bad. Oh, my penmanship is so crazy. And then when I go back to read it, it's like, what is this word I wrote? And then I have to figure it out, which is good because I'm saying it out to myself. But I'm going to start writing word for word, uh, and put my thought into it, and so I can look back at a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful journal that I can read and recollect. And I was going through it this at this time, and God showed me this, and you got to start validating and documenting your life. I mean, as they did in the Bible. So I've learned that. hmm I've learned that. So that's a good thing. Also, what did I want to talk to you guys about? Um, yeah, just appreciate life. Just love who you are and what you could bring to the table and what you can, your gifts and your talents, appreciate it, embrace it. And do something with that, have something to look forward to the next day. Live in the moment, but take something that you good at, or you just that this stuff you could do this and do it, just do it. And I'm always procrastinating because I realize that I do that because I'm scared of myself. I'm afraid of me. You know what I'm saying? It's not about, you know, if anybody else is gonna reject me or anything. I used to think that when like maybe they're not gonna like this or maybe they not. You know what I'm saying? But it's me. Sometimes it just be us that's bringing on the fear. It don't be nobody else. They like you, they like you. If they don't, then that's fine. You still who you are. You know what I'm saying? You are still you. So it don't matter if one, two, three people um discourage you or shun you or criticize you or whatever. You got to keep it moving. I remember when I made my first wig. Oh, I could look at something and I could see it and I could do it. I could figure it out. I'll do it. I can do it. And so I remember when I first made I started making wigs, because it got a little rough at times. I can't, if you can't buy them, then you got to learn how to make them yourself and to make them to fit your head and how you want them. And I made a couple of wigs and I was so good. It was so impressive. And so I had, my sister had wanted me to make a wig for her friend of hers. Well, somebody she worked with or whatever. And I did, and it was like I made this perfect wig for this woman, right? And she tried to diminish me. And I think that was supposed to happen because not diminish me. She tried to talk me out of how much it's worth. You know what I mean? It's perfect wig. She tried to talk me out of how much it's worth because she knew that it was my first run. I put my whole being into it, and by her knowing that I was new and I was, just starting out, she thought, oh, that's no, I don't. This time I got 6 children to feed and all this. But while I was making this wig and I spent my money on the products and everything, and then I even installed it for you, and then you start talking about what you can't afford, but you got $400 or $500 wigs in your bag that you want me to restore. So I already knew the game she was playing, but it kind of like discouraged me. It kind of like, and I wasn't ready. I wasn't mature enough. And I was like, when you start a business, it's gonna, you're gonna have some downfalls or you're gonna have some setbacks or whatever. And may even fail, but it's supposed to happen. It's supposed to strengthen you. And I let it discourage me. And I said, no, I'm not going to do this. Maybe I'm just going to do it for myself. I'm not going to do it for the public. I'm not going to put my effort into and this project, and then somebody come in and say, oh no, is I can't afford that, that's too much money or whatever. And it wasn't what I was asking for, was not a lot of money, not at all. It was like I lost in the transition, in the transaction, because um what the effort and the hours that I put into making it um was diminished by the fact that you and it was a beautiful wig, because she went around, people was asking, oh, your hair is so pretty, your hair, it was like, my sister told me that because she was out with her one day, and everybody was complimenting her, and I was like saying, maybe people are some people first intent is to use you, so you got to get past that, putting your emotions into your business, because you cannot operate with your emotions or your feelings or whatever. You got to be that person. You can't be that shy person that, I think I'm a choice you. No, you can't be that person. That's the lesson I learned in that. That's the lesson. And you got to take what you're doing, and if it's your business, if it's your talent, if it's your gift, you got to take that gift and you got to be confident and positive, and you got to know, and you got to make your stand with it, and you can't let anybody sway you otherwise, because they're taking away from your product, they're taking away from your ability to create. And don't let nobody do that like I did. But that was then, but that is not now. So I know my niche. I know what I'm capable of. I'm one of those assorted type of persons. I can do a lot of things. And by you being able to do a lot of things, you kind of get confused as to what you want to do. But you got to find that one thing. You got to go with that one thing that makes you forget. I mean, like when you're doing it, the time go by and you don't even know the time went by. It's like you're so into it that it doesn't feel like work, or it doesn't feel like you're doing anything or putting effort in it, but you are, and you put in your heart and soul in it, and the time pass, and that's it. That's the key. That's the thing. And that's how passionate it is about when I do anything. Like, it's confusing because I can decorate really, really good. I know I've done my own home before, my own apartment, but I can really, actually, this right here is crowded, and I can't complain, because I am where God wants me to be right now at this minute. But I got bigger visions, and I got bigger thoughts, and I can see myself in this home, and I keep telling you guys that I see myself in this beautiful house, right? So in the meantime, you have to do the best with what you have, and appreciate with what you have. So I have talent in that area, and I have talent in um making wigs, or styling wigs. I do. I'm not, and I repeat, I am not a beautician. I did not go to school for it. It's just natural. It just come natural to me to do it. You know what I'm saying? So maybe one day I will go get a license. Maybe one day I'll put my feet into that. It's just so much stuff that I can do. It's like, it's so much, but I'm I don't know. I think we stand in our own way. I think the fear that comes upon us, we attract that fear because we're afraid of what we might succeed at. And I hate that. I hate that when you can't blame nobody else. You gotta blame yourself, right? So I don't know. I'll figure it out. I will take some time and um think about it. And I had all this time to think about everything. And I don't know if I don't know. I don't know why I'm hiding behind this rock, right? I'm just like, I got to get over this fear. I got to reset my mind. I have to reset my goals. If I have to write them down each and every day to remind me of what I need or what I want in my life, that's what I'm gonna have to do. And one of them is this YouTube thing. I don't, I don't know where this is going, and I'm not thinking even monetary. on anything, but it's a way to express myself in it, and it's kind of therapeutic to me because it's allowing me to express myself while gaining confidence, which I lacked a lot of. But now it's like when you spend time with God and you sit there and you do the thinking, and you open up your mind, you open up your mind and your heart and your mouth to God, and he'll talk to you and he'll work things out, and he'll let you figure it out, and he'll be there with you when you slip and fall, like the disrespect that woman had for me, which she just pretty much just wanted a free wig. I could give you a free wig, but you have to do your part. You know what I'm saying? I could have given her the wig. It's not that. You didn't say that. You asked me to make you a wig. I need it for this occasion, and that's what I did. I didn't know her intents. You know what I'm saying? So I know now, I know how to approach the situation now. I know how to, you know, be real, be realistic. I can't be that shy, timid woman that I used to be. Um Not, you know, lacking some kind of self-esteem about herself. I can't do that no more. I can't be that person anymore. You have to change from who you are to something different if you want something different. So I had to let that go. You know, I had to let that idea go that everybody's going to treat me like that, or every man is the same, every man ain't the same. We got to let go. That's why I talk about my ex-boyfriend. Sometimes I mention, because they'll pop up, people pop up and call you after years or months have passed, and you scratching your head like, what, how did you find me, you know? And it's because, you know how they find you, they find you because you never erased their number, or you're on Messenger or Facebook, so you're still in contact. To me, it's like you're still um in the airwaves, or you know what I'm saying. So you have to demolish all of those contacts of your past if you don't want to live in your past, you know what I'm saying. So I don't know, I don't know, I don't want no, I'm sorry, I have to say this. I don't want nobody in my past. I don't want my past boyfriends, because if it didn't work out then, it's not gonna work out now. What makes me think what's different? You know, what's different? If I'm asking God for a man, I want him to be a good man, a new man, something I hadn't experienced before. You know what I mean? So I think we look at we look for things, but we look for them in the wrong direction, in the wrong mindset. So here I am, going to be 58 tomorrow. I'm going to start a new thing in my life. I'm going to take out the old, bring in the new stuff. I'm going to expect, you know what I'm saying? I'm going to expect good things to happen to me. I'm going to say that every day. I'm going to write it every day if I have to. I'm going to do a new me. And that's not, you know, we always say that at the beginning of the month, I mean, the beginning of the year when we want to lose weight. I'm just going to be the new me. I'm going to be on this path to losing weight and stuff. No, it starts from within. You got to start it with from within. All right. So you got to start it with, hold on one second. It's interesting. But I'm expecting a package, y'all. I'm sorry. It said it delivered, but it didn't. But anyway, hmm, but anyway, I was saying that to say that. So I Forgot what I was saying. But anyway, I was waiting on delivery. I had bought something, and it says I will leave your order at the door, but it's not at the door. But what I was saying, you have to start considering yourself. You know, you have to start considering yourself. You can't be there for other people when you're not whole and you're not there for yourself and you're not giving yourself what you need. And all this stuff we have in our minds, all this crap from the past, and people done me wrong in the job. I sit on the job for 24 years and I didn't get anywhere. It was like I was working my butt off to not get anywhere. In 24 years, I do not plan to lose. If God said the same, give me 24 more years, I'm not going to waste that. I am not going to waste that. Mm-mm. Nope. I just refuse to. I refuse to. And you have to say you love yourself enough to say I'm not going to I cannot throw it away. I just cannot uh not not be there for myself. You know what I'm saying? You gotta show up for yourself. You really do. And so I'm going to go. I am going to finish the rest of my day. It is almost 3 o'clock now, and just the day is just getting started for me. I got a ton of things that I need to do, and I still have clothes to put away from laundry day. And yeah, I'm gonna check on my son. I already checked on my daughter. I'm gonna check on my grandbaby in a few, and call my sister and you know, hey, spread the love. And I hope you guys do the same. Enjoy your evening. Have a great evening. And I will probably catch you guys in a later video. Have a good one. Bye.